What's happening, guys? If you're new here, my name's Matt, and on this channel we explore ways to be better every day. So we're starting a new series now, Principles that will change your life. Essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at principles that I live by and some that I should live by more. We're gonna break them down, go through each of them, and show you how to apply them to your daily life. Today we're talking about the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 rule, or the Pareto Principle, basically says that 80% of all output comes from only 20% of all the inputs. Pareto first discovered this a long time ago when he basically looked at the housing market inside of Italy. What he found was that 80% of all the property that was owned in Italy was owned by only 20% of the people living there. Now, we can apply the 80-20 rule to almost anything. For example, when studying for an exam, essentially, in theory, 80% of your grade comes from about 20% of the actual work that you put in. And this makes a lot of sense. The night before the exam, when you're actually trying to study and cram for this exam, it happens to be that all of the information that you retain comes from when you actually study the night before. We can also apply the 80-20 rule to the clothes that we wear. For example, with me, I have particular shirts that I find to be my most favorite shirts. Out of all the shirts that I own, I only wear about 20% of them about 80% of the time. And this goes for all of my shoes, my jackets, my pants, all of them. I always have my favorites that I'm always picking, I'm always getting, and the other 80% I'm rarely ever using. Now, is this the same for you guys as well? Let me know down in the comments below if you have a favorite 20% and if you've just noticed that you actually have that favorite 20%. We can apply the 80-20 rule to our own daily life and use it in order to optimize our time, in order to be more efficient and to be more productive. For example, when completing an essay or completing a project, what we can do is we can focus on the 20% that will get us most of the results rather than the 80% that is kind of just wasting our time. How do you actually find the 20% though? That's the difficult part. A way that you could actually find what the 20% is looking back at previous times that you've actually done this skill. For example, the last time that you've done an essay, maybe you found was really effective was planning out the essay, finding all your quotes, putting everything together and having a structured way in order to do it. Maybe it wasn't as effective throughout the term that you were writing notes and highlighting all of your notes. Maybe that wasn't as effective in order to actually complete the project, and it was kind of just hindering you from actually getting marks. Which brings me to my next point. Apparently only 20% of you are going to make up 80% of the likes down below. So make sure you're part of that 20% and you leave me a like if you're finding this video useful. In theory, if we were able to find the 20% that is responsible for actually giving us the results, we could maximize the amount of time that we have and focus on things that actually mean a lot to us. There actually is an actionable way that you can actually find what that 20% is that makes you the most happiest, gives you the most passion, and gives you fulfillment. What I want you to do is to make a list on everything that brings you happiness, that brings you passion, and that brings you fulfillment. Then what you want to do is you want to pick the top 3 things in every single category. What brings you the most joy? What brings you the most passion? What brings you the most fulfillment? Write those things down. These are probably going to be your top 20% of inputs that are going to make 80% of your joy, of your passion, and for your fulfillment. I'm going to leave a free template down below that you can download and fill out. I definitely recommend that you have a look, print it out, and put it somewhere that you can actually see, so that you can actually see what are your top priorities and how to give more effort and put more time into them. While you're down there, if you're liking this video and you want to be better every single day, consider subscribing. The 80-20 rule is a life-changing principle that you should incorporate into your own daily life. It'll allow you to focus on things that actually bring you joy, that actually bring you fulfillment, and so you can focus on other things that you actually want to do. Try this principle out. Let me know how it goes on Instagram and Twitter. You're still here. Consider watching one of these videos, will ya? See ya.